think you made a mistake. I'm not religious.
So?
Well, I'm not one of your believers. And I sure as heck don't believe this.
That's why I showed up. Too many non-believers.
But I read in an article that religion is on the upswing.
Religion is easy. I'm talking about faith. You're going to help me change that.
Me? I don't belong to any church.
Neither do I. Go back to work. I don't want you to get in trouble.
Thank you.
We'll talk on the way.
How?
Trust me. Like it says on the money. You want me to talk louder?
Oh, God.
I thought you didn't believe in me.
That's just an expression.
I'm more than that, and I want you to spread the word.
Me? Spread what word?
That I am. I exist. That means spoken.
You want me to tell people that I've spoken with God?
Yes.
They'll put me away.
I'm tired of all the talk that I may be dead or that I never was at all. Or that God was just particles and cosmos. Gas. I'm not gas. I found that very insulting.
Do you actually expect people to believe?
That's your job.
But I'm just a man. I'm no Moses.
What was Moses? You think Moses was born on page 1? Moses was just a messenger. My messenger.
Well, look, God, if I tell people that I spoke with God, that
And now an oldie but a goodie, Cherry Gray and String of Pearls.
God,
Top 10 time on KGOD. What is it, Jerry?
what guy on a motorcycle thinks I'm a nut? Is that the kind of God you are? How come you didn't let him hear you?
It's a policy of mine. I try not to work with more than one savior at a time.
Savior? Me?
You do your job right.
I can't take this job. I don't believe.
I know, but even non-believers want what they've got down here to work.
Well, have you read the papers lately? It ain't working.
That's why I came. To tell everybody I set the world up so it can work. Only it's up to you. You can't look to me to do it for you.
No.
You can do it. It's only one message. Moses had to handle 10.
But you gave him tablets.
He had a bad memory.
Well, I need something.
What kind of something?
I don't know. Anything. A tape recording.
My voice wouldn't come out on tape. It's very, very complicated. It's like, you know how Dracula can't see himself in a mirror? It's along those lines.
But I mean, if people could just hear your voice,
This isn't even how I sound. I'm talking like this only so that you'll understand me.
Understand? I don't understand anything.
Well, that's a beginning. Over and out.
Hey, hold it. Hey, don't hang up on me.
Hey, you just went through a red light. You're gonna get yourself killed. I need you down here.
Sometimes when you don't feel normal, doing a normal thing makes you feel normal. Here, start shaving. Go ahead.
I am.
I don't mean with the shaving, with the questions that are popping in the head.
Yeah. Why me?
Why not you?
You mean there's no special?
Life is a crapshoot. Like the millionth customer who crosses a bridge, gets to shake hands with the governor. You thought I picked you because you're better than everybody?
I'm not?
You're better than some, but not as good as others. But you crossed the bridge at the right time.
If you wanted to see me, why didn't you just appear over my bed?
Hollywood. Next question.
always praying to you. Do you listen?
I can't help hearing. I don't always listen.
Then you don't care.
Of course I care. I care plenty. But what can I do?
What can you do? You're God.
Only for the big picture. I don't get into details.
Did whatever happens to us?
Happens. Here, I put in a new blade.
You mean there's no plan, no scheme to guide our destinies?
A lot of it is luck.
Luck? Just luck? Oh.
Put on a little toilet paper. I'll get you a piece.
You don't control our lives?
I gave you a world and everything in it. It's all up to you.
But we need help.
That's why I gave you each other. Here.
With your powers, you could solve so many problems.
Don't let it.
Are you sure?
Am I sure? Did I do a good job on the Grand Canyon?
Well, anyway, why don't you? I would solve all our problems. We'll work a few miracles.
I don't do miracles. They're too flashy, and they upset the natural balance.
No miracles, huh? I knew it.
Oh, maybe now and then just to keep my hand in. The last miracle I did was the 1969 Mets. Before that, I think you have to go back to the Red Sea. That was a beauty.
No offense, but I don't believe the Red Sea, and I don't believe 6 days to create the world.
You're right.
I am?
Tell you the honest truth, I thought about it for 5 days and did the whole job in one. I'm really best under pressure.
1 day to create the world?
And the sun. I hate to work in the dark. Anyway, you have to remember that one of my days is not exactly one of yours.
How long are they?
When I got up this morning, Sigmund Freud was still in medical school.
Oh. But if you're so involved with us...
Yeah?
How can you permit all the suffering that goes on in the world?
How can I permit the suffering?
Yeah.
I don't permit the suffering. You do. Free will. All the choices are yours.
Choices? What choices?
You can love each other, cherish and nurture each other. You can kill each other. Incidentally, kill is the word. It's not waste. If I meant waste, I would have written thou shalt not waste. You're doing some very funny things with words here. You're also turning the sky into mud. I look down, I don't believe the filth. Using rivers for toilets. Poisoning my fishes. You want a miracle? You make a fish from scratch. You can't. You think only God can make a tree? Try coming up with a mackerel. And when the last one is gone, that'll be that. 86 on the fishes. Goodbye sky, so long world, over and out.
I thought you said we were going to make it.
I said you've got to make it work.
You don't care.
I do care.
Well, then do something about it.
I did. I got you to carry the ball.
I got no ball. Well, how can I carry it?
I gave you a mouth, didn't I? Tell people how I feel, what I said.
How do I do that?
How did you get to be an assistant manager? Did you ever hear of newspapers, reporters? You got a scoop here, an exclusive. A hold the presses.
Fine. And how do I convince anybody that I've actually seen you, that you exist?
Simple. Show 'em this. $11 for a steak? Who would have thought? With me, cows are an afterthought. Just to give new mothers a little rest, you know.
Boy, am I glad to see you.
Eat it, it'll get cold. Pretty cute.
What is it?
They made sure you couldn't answer. The questions are in the ancient tongue of Aramaic.
Is that what that is?
You figured out so many ways to talk to each other that finally nobody can. Let's see. What's the true origin of the universe? What is the source of the planet Earth? It's a history final, right? So many repeats. Eat the steak and then get a pen. Did man fall from grace in the Garden of Eden? I'll tell you something never came out. I made Adam 17. Eve was 15, 16 tops. I figured then 16, 17 was middle age, you know. Who knew people would live so long? Trees, I figured had the best chance. Now I realize that they were kids, babies. Young people can't fall from my grace. They're my best things. Put that down. Which of the world's...
Okay.
Which of the world's religions is the closest to the divine truth? The divine truth is not in a building or a book or a story. Put down that the heart is the temple wherein all truth resides. Is Jesus Christ the Son of God? Jesus was my son. Buddha was my son. Muhammad, Moses, you, the man who said there was no room in the inn was my son. And so was the one who charges $11 for steak in this one. Let's mush on. What was that last question? Will there be a judgment day for man? Well, if they mean a doomsday, an end of the world thing, I'm certainly not going to get into that. But if you want my personal opinion, I wouldn't look forward to it. Be a lot of yelling and screaming, and I don't need that any more than you do. Got that?
Got it.
What is the meaning of man's existence? Life is like a glass of tea. No, I better not go for laughs. You know, Voltaire may have had me pegged right. He said I was a comedian playing to an audience who was afraid to laugh. But seriously, put down that man and women persons. Their existence means exactly and precisely. Not more, not one tiny bit less. Just what they think it means and what I think doesn't count at all.
That's very profound.
Sometimes I get lucky. Last question.
Thank God.
You're welcome. Why have you chosen to appear at this time? You've already said.
Well, maybe they want to hear it in your own words.
Oh. I want to say to everyone that everything around them that they can see and smell and feel and hear, they should delight in all this. That what is here are some of my very best ideas. And I want everyone to try very hard to make sure it doesn't all go down the drain. Give me. I'll do it.
Can you remember exactly what you said? I mean, it was perfect. Boy, these answers are really going to get them. Hey, that's my handwriting.
Imagine that.
Shall I call the panel and tell them I'm ready?
Never mind the panel. You deliver those papers to Reverend Williams, the one who looks like a football player.
I didn't like him.
He's having one of his big dues at the Shrine Auditorium. Every time I turn around, he's spreading the word. My word. Only my words you ran out of years ago. I'll tell you the truth. The reason I put everybody here naked, I wasn't trying to be cute. I just didn't want to create clothes. With clothes, there's right away pockets. With pockets, you got to put something in them, right? You take these answers and give them to Reverend Big Mouth, and you say that God says he's a phony. And also tell him if he wants to get rich, fine. Tell him to sell earth shoes. But personally tell him I'd like him to shut up. I'll see you.
God?
Yeah?
Thank you.
Hope I get an A.
Now you're getting deeper and deeper into trouble with this court, Mr. Landers.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
It's him. Bobby, it's him.
This is most irregular.
Your Honor, he's...
I'll take it from here.
May I ask who you are, sir?
You better swear me in. You'll never believe it.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
So help me.
So help you?
If it pleases the court, and even if it doesn't please the court, I'm God, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'd like permission to question this witness.
Sit down, Sonny. I've answered enough questions. He saw me. Just like he said. Each word true. The man tried to tell a lie, his tongue would snap off. Which I wouldn't say I could say about everybody. Why is it so hard for you to believe it? Is my physical existence any more improbable than your own? What about all that hoo-ha with the devil a while ago from that movie? Nobody had any trouble believing that the devil took over and existed in a little girl. All she had to do was wet the rug, throw up some pea soup, and everybody believed. The devil you could believe, but not God, huh? I work in my own way. I don't get inside little children. They got enough to do just being themselves. Also, I'm not about to go around to every person in the world and say, look, it's me, I want to talk to you. So I picked one man. One very good man. I told him God lives. I live. He had trouble believing too, in the beginning. I understood. I'm not sure how this whole miracle business started. The idea that anything connected with me has to be a miracle. Personally, I'm sorry that it did. Makes the distance between us even greater. But if a miracle helps you believe that I am who I say I am, I'll give you one. A good one. Let me see. What's my most impressive miracle? Aha. Pick a card.
What?
Pick a card. Any card.
I don't know what you think you're doing.
A cute little miracle. Go ahead, pick one.
Well, there are no cards there.
Look again.
Oh, come on now. There's nothing miraculous about good sleight of hand.
Have you ever seen this one?
Well, yes, I've seen them make cards appear and disappear. As a matter of fact, I once saw a magician make an elephant disappear.
Good. Now I'll show you one that you haven't seen. Gotta get these shoes fixed. Watch this, Your Honor. I know how hard it is at these times to have faith. Maybe if you could have the faith to start with, maybe the times would change. You could change them. Think about it. Try. And try not to hurt each other. There's been enough of that. And it really gets in the way. I'm a god of very few words, and Jerry's already given you mine. However hopeless, helpless, mixed up and scary it all gets, it can work. If you find it hard to believe in me, maybe it would help you to know that I believe in you. Your Honor, I rest my case.
Hello? Where are you?
Turn around. trip to spend a little time with animals. I like animals. And sometimes I don't spend enough time with them.
We failed, didn't we?
What are you talking? We did terrific. I gave a message of encouragement. You passed it along. Now we'll see. You did good. We both did good. We're covered.
You think anybody got the message?
You think we have enough apples in the world?
Apples?
We got all the apples we need. You're Johnny Appleseed. You drop a few seeds and you move on. If the seeds are good, they'll take root. I gave you great seeds, the best.
I lost my job, you know.
There are other cities, other supermarkets.
Everybody thinks I'm a nut.
Galileo, Pasteur, Einstein, Columbus. You're in good company. Hold on. Well, better be going.
Aren't you coming back?
No.
Ever?
Whenever comes, we'll see.
Sometimes, now and then, couldn't we just talk?
I tell you what, you talk, I'll listen.